Townsend. She is a Lean Six Sigma black belt at Chromalax. She's also the founder of We Optimize Work. It's an engineering consulting firm that helps corporate businesses to utilize their high-performing talent and provide inclusive work environments. So Domonique is the wife of William, who's in the front row this evening, and she is a mom of 4, y'all. Like, that's crazy. She sits on the Women Get IT board with myself, and we're so honored to have her a part of the team and a part of this evening. So if you guys would give it up for Domonique Townsend.
That's my sister, y'all! Y'all keep clapping! Keep clapping! Woo! Shining bright like you, girl. Okay, I quit. I digress.
Testing. Wiggling the earrings. Does it sound clear? Oh, I can keep the shiny in on this side. Okay. So raise your hand if you are living your dreams in your professional life and your personal life at this very moment. Raise your hand. Many women in this room, shout out to the men that came to support, but many women in this room are living short of their full potential. And it's not that they lack the drive or the ambition to do things in life. It's that they always face something that impacts them negatively, stopping them in their tracks. The person that I am talking about is you, and maybe you. In your professional life, you seek further opportunities in your company, but you second guess yourself because you fear that people will say you are not qualified. In meetings, you have so many ideas of solutions and problems that you seek to solve and issues that need to be addressed, but you stop and you stay silent because you fear that you will be seen as confrontational and emotional, because passionate is not something that people say often about a female in the professional field. You bring value to work, and as you increase value at work, you seek to talk about a raise, but you stop because you go, well, they might think that I am a complainer. They will think that I'm ungrateful. And then you will be targeted because you're a person that is asking about a raise, so they must be getting ready to leave. So you stop, dead in your tracks. And in your personal life, you feel so overwhelmed with tasks and duties that you need to do for yourself that even taking the time to do things that you feel are close to your heart, part of your dreams and your aspirations, you stop because if you do one thing for yourself, you are afraid that people will call you selfish. Who can relate? Side passions, bold goals, ultimate visions, all get pushed aside, and before you know it, months go by, even years. You become so enthralled with fear that the simple thought of your vision and your goal become further away. Eventually, you get to a point where you just want to give up and not even try in the first place. So you fall into the trap of complaining about Mondays, looking at the weekends and complaining about how short it is because you did not get to do something that made you feel like you were accomplishing anything. It will help if I start the slides with you. So raise your hand, we'll go back. And then we're back at the map. So what's happening is that you are experiencing an encounter with the complacent life. You see, the complacent life is this ugly blob that forms itself and gets into your mind to make you think that you cannot win in the journey that you seek to reach for yourself. When you think about paving the way in your professional career, it thinks that it's outrageous. So it does its best to tell you that you do not have what it takes. In your personal life, things that speak to your heart that you want to do outside of work, the complacent life thinks that is outrageous. How dare you think about something outside of work? And it wants you to know where you are is good enough. It doesn't mean that you aren't grateful for where you are. The complacent life's goal is to let you know that it's trying to tell you that you can't do anything more than what you are doing now. And it's trying to tell you that you are not worthy of doing the things that you desire in life. And if a complacent life can't come to you in the form of your own mind, it comes to you through people. It comes in the forms of friends, Parker agrees, family, co-workers, random people at the grocery store. Whoever hears your vision and your goal that you have for yourself, the complacent life is going to try to find a way to get to you. And it betrays messages like, oh, you're not worth it. You can't do it. There's no way you can reach that. I know someone that has done it before and they failed. I recommend that you do not try. Other messages, for my moms out there, it betrays messages like, but you are a mom. Who's going to take care of your kids? Can you wait till they get grown before you even try to do this little bold goal thing in your life? The complacent life tries its best to get to you. And I know, because I've experienced it personally and have encountered the complacent life on several occasions, more times than I care to even count. It got into my mind so deep that people around me started to notice a difference in how I would show my drive and how I would aspire to reach the next goal. Stopped me right in my tracks. No warning, no sympathy. It got to me and said, you are not worthy, and I believed it. I became so full of anxiety and fear that I was afraid to admit it. And I fought it in both my professional life and my personal life. And although I have experienced and have stories about discrimination I have faced, being overlooked, underutilized, being on the negative end of criticism and false perceptions in the workplace and in personal life, I'm confident that I have something better for you to take and use with you for the rest of your journey as you seek to attain greater heights in your career. I have found the tools needed to tackle the complacent life. And I want to share those same tools to you so that you can be your own hero and overcome fear. I did that again. There she is. That's me. So these 3 tools can destroy the complacent life. When using all 3, the complacent life becomes less powerful and loses its ability to form itself and get into your mind. And people around you that get impacted by the complacent life, it falls away as long as you use these 3 tools. I call it the Live the Life You Desire toolkit. You can carry it with you along the way. The first tool is to get clarity. To overcome fear, you must be clear in what you desire for yourself and have no constraints in what you desire for yourself. And make sure that it's not influenced by your current circumstances or by people who recommend what you should do for your life. What you clarify for yourself at this time in your life may evolve, and that's okay. But make sure you have something at this moment that speaks to your heart that you want for yourself. For instance, if you seek to thrive in your professional career, identify what kind of role will you fulfill? What kind of duties would you like to do? Is it in your existing company that you're at now? And if not, what would you do to create it? Get clear on that without fear. And if you don't know your goal, are you at a point in your life where you're in between goal setting and you just got a new job, so you're still getting acclimated at work, you're at home, you're still getting kind of familiar with what's going on at home and balancing that out with work, it's important that you identify your values. What are the things that you would not compromise when faced with an opportunity that comes your way? So when you define your personal values, it makes it harder for the complacent life to affect you. Because you are initially in a phase that goes from the transition out of comfort into discomfort, unsure of where you're going because you're just defining this new thing. The second tool is to have trust. As women with professional careers in tech, and I see women, not to be biased, but I think that we have probably the most talented crowd in Middle Tennessee, sitting here right now. Okay? Toot your own horn, toot your own horn. You guys work hard to get to where you are. But we are go-getters. We are problem solvers. We get things done. But one of the things that we don't do is have trust in people. I understand, but trusting someone is necessary in your journey. You have to, we love to figure things out on our own, even recreate the wheel if it's sitting over there. But not trusting someone can delay your journey. And it makes it easier for the complacent life to get to you because it will lead you to question if what you clarified for yourself in the first place was worthy, was attainable. So keep that in mind. To effectively use the trust tool, you need to identify key resources. So that can come in the form of mentors. They can come in the form of webinars. If you're experiencing the Nashville traffic, it comes in the form of podcasts. You know, you can have virtual. I've gained a lot of knowledge from podcasts and the traffic, okay? So, you know, just really identify what are the things that I'm being taught. How can I use that with my strategy to get to the next step? And in your professional life, it's great to find a mentor, someone that you can speak with, someone that you can feel comfortable with to talk about your goals and dreams. And mentors are great for connecting you to the person that can help you in your journey. And it's great to collaborate with goal friends. I have many goal friends that are in the room today. Very appreciative of you guys. So meet with them, talk to them about your dreams and goals. Even if it's scary and doesn't make sense, if you get that one person that can hear you, they will help guide you along the way. The last tool is to take risk. Now you combine your clarity, you combine having trust in people and your resources to utilize, but the action is what allows you to discover more of who you are and what you want for yourself. In your profession, it will also allow you to take your biggest reward. Some of my biggest rewards in my professional life were because I took risk on myself. Even when I was scared, even when there was no sight of an answer, of clarity, of knowing how can I control these next steps to get to the next part of my job. But I took a risk, and because of that, it continues to pay off. The tool can be used at the pace that you desire. So you can take big steps, small steps, slow steps, fast steps, but keep going. Do not stop. It will allow you to experience the greatest joys. And it will shift your personal and your professional life where the complacent life can't travel. Have you noticed when you're around the right people that the complacent life seems to not get around them when it's the right people? The conversations are different. So you got to be cognizant of that. And taking risks will help you decipher and navigate along the way. And if you find a bad apple, which happens, let's be real, you'll find a bad apple along the way. You just take your tools and keep going in your journey until you get to the next person. Nearly 86% of people have reported to not be fully satisfied with where they are in their professional life. Not one person in this room deserves to be a part of that percentage. Not one. In fact, you deserve to take the necessary steps needed to gain peace, have fulfillment, and overcome fear. You see, if you don't use these tools, you will face a life of being stressed, complaining about Mondays, or worse, you become the complacent person when people interact with you. And you will lead to not taking on new opportunities. You'll continue to be underutilized, unhappy. Every weekend will continue to feel useless. And you will continue to have dreams and aspirations fall to the side and only become an idea. This may be a lot to learn at one time, but that's where the beauty lies. Take these steps, take these tools, and use them at your own pace. Start getting clear, have trust, and take risk in one area of your life, and you will experience a phenomenal impact. The Live the Life You Desire toolkit will help you tackle the feeling of fear. You're going to experience it, but if you learn how to tackle it, that's where the difference lies. And it will help you tackle the delay in what you define as success. I see each of you living a life journey that you created on your own. And as you begin to soar in tech, people will notice that and see a glow. And they say the second that she used her tools, she became successful in her own journey. And I'm glad she did it. She saved herself. And because of that, that person will be inspired to take the toolkit of their own and use it in their journey. And they will go from feeling like they had no choice to defining and living their journey that they have defined. I am Domonique Townsend, wife to William, mom to 4 kids, 9, 7, 5, 10 months. They're right here. Yes, I'm not breathing at all right now, okay? So I'm a daughter and I'm a sister. And because of my family, I seek new heights beyond my imagination. And I use the toolkit every day to tackle the complacent life. On my professional track, I desire to soar in helping companies bridge the gaps in how they utilize employees to drive and meet their strategies and goals. In my personal journey, I still aspire to reach back to young women in STEM, to inspire to pursue careers in STEM, and for my peers to help them grow and pursue even more brave career paths in their field. My other aspirations are to hang out with Bozeman St. John. If you don't know who she is, look her up. To have a fireside conversation about how authenticity in leadership roles is what's going to drive innovation. And if you know me for more than a day, you know that I'm still looking forward to being invited by Oprah to speak at a Super Soul Sunday conversation. I already have it laid out. It's going to be hosted in Nashville, and it's going to happen at the War Memorial downtown, so get ready. So I want you to take what I have talked about tonight, briefly, but it's still effective. Take those tools and apply it, and never look back, so that you can raise your hand the next time that you're asked, are you living your dreams in both your professional and your personal life? For a copy of the Live the Life You Desire, toolkit, just access this bit.ly/year to overcome fear, and the toolkit will be sent to your way. So I'll leave you with this. Don't try to prove your worth in your professional and your personal life. Just be your worth. Thank you.